2 months after sitting with Kambo, I barely scroll on Instagram at all. And I used to be
1 hour later.
I used to be scrolly McFrolly, okay? I used to be out here scrolling.
You have done that bitch for too many times too long.
But I realized it doesn't really make me feel great. Recording. Okay, hello. This is me prior to sitting with Sananga and Kambo for the first time. I have recently been going through a challenging breakup. I talk a bit about that in my 5-MeO DMT video. I have been working with a few different traditional medicine practitioners, and in describing to them my challenge and my past few months and the past year, something that was coming through to them was Kambo and sitting with Kambo.
Kambo! Oh my god. Wow.
Kambo!
A medicine that would help me purge this from my system.
The following video is made for the purpose of education and harm reduction. We are not promoting the use, procurement, or possession of any plant medicine or substance. We encourage everyone to do further research and prioritize safety.
I have known about Kambo for a few years and have been studying it. Knew that I would at some point sit with this medicine, but wasn't quite sure when. So I'm sitting with a few different medicines for the first time this year, and Kambo and Sananga are definitely going to be some of the more intense medicines that I've ever sat with. If you're not familiar, Sananga is an eye drop made out of a plant that is strained, and it helps with eye clarity and vision, and what some refer to as third eye vision, that spiritual vision. Kambo is a secretion of a frog, and yes, this is a bit about Kambo. So, some of y'all are familiar with the Ancestor Project. We did our Rape series with them. They are actually the ones who will be serving me Kambo and Sananga. This is what they do. They're absolute professionals, and they have a great understanding and such a deep reverence for the tradition of this medicine. So I am extremely honored to be sitting with them for my first Kambo ceremony. When I think about why I want to sit with Kambo, I think about the phrase that the Ancestor Project uses: relax, release, and allow. And it's really the release that hits me. I have a lot to release right now. I think while I have lessons to internalize from my decoupling, I also have hurt that is no longer serving me to keep. And I believe that I have a certain amount of that experience that I need to let go of and that I need to truly release. And that's something that I just feel intuitively. I think I'm very familiar with how my ex had been hurt in the past, and it was very similar to the ways that I was hurt from this relationship. And I think that the lineage of harm became very clear for me to see. And I had known that this person had that history, right, of being harmed in this specific way. I think it is now my duty to understand that while it was not my fault to have been harmed in this way, I am responsible for not spreading the harm that has been done unto me. And I think that I would like to release some of this harm, and I'd like to release that hurt, these hurt feelings, as a means of harm reduction so that I don't go forward and continue this lineage of shitty behavior. I don't know what to call it. Hurt people, and I would like this to end with me as much as I can control it ending with me. I really would not like to hurt my future partners in the way that I was hurt in my last relationship. There also has, at the time that I'm filming this, not been any accountability on their end, and I want to release the expectation that I will ever get a sorry. I want to be able to continue living and not have that need for a sorry from all of this, because we can't ask for accountability of others who are not ready to go on their own healing journeys and not ready to be accountable. All we can do is make sure that we are not furthering the harm. And so that is why I want to sit with Kambo. I feel like right now, I can feel the energies that I am embodying right now, and a lot of them are sad, hurt, kind of like little sad puppy energies. I would like to spiritually purge this experience as much as is possible. I would like to, I don't know, this is going to be a little bit of like some TMI, but as soon as I broke up with this person, like I immediately purged. Like literally purged. And because for so long it just felt like something that I was on the brink of doing, but that I wouldn't do. It'd always be talked back into the situation. And by the end of it, it was not the most healthy situation, to put it mildly. And I purged that experience. It felt like a parasitic purge or something. Like I was releasing this parasitic energy, and I feel like I maybe got the tip of that iceberg, but now I need to go a little bit deeper and have an additional purge that is with assistance of medicine. So this is a medicine that people have been using for hundreds of years. It is Amazonian medicine, and it is a sacred experience that I am really honored to have the opportunity to have in my lifetime. And I think that right now, where I'm at in my life, I'm at so many different crossroads. Every time that I've ended a relationship, I've either gotten into another one or I was already in another relationship because I'm not monogamous. And I am ready to just sit with being single, and I'm ready to purge all of the narratives that make me feel uncomfortable to do that. I talk about this in my 5-MeO DMT video, but that make me feel like somewhat of a victim. I don't want to feel like a victim. I don't think that narrative is serving me, and I don't want to continue my life just feeling victimized by people who were genuinely hurt and have their own traumas, and like shit is nuanced, you know. But ultimately, I don't want to become one of those people who is hurting folks in the way that I had specifically recently been hurt. So that's me. Yeah, I am a little scared and a little nervous to sit with this medicine. It is physically intense, and I know it's one of the more physically intense medicines, probably maybe the most physically intense combination of medicines that I've ever ventured to sit with to date. But when I think about the physical element of it, a phrase that comes to my mind is like no pain, no gain. And in sacred lineages and traditions throughout the world, in terms of being initiated into the rites of these traditions, a lot of the time you had to undergo something physically uncomfortable, and I should be no exception to that rule. So I'm not gonna get to have a nice little comfy version of Kambo, a little cozy version of Sananga. I'm gonna actually sit with this, and there is no comfy and cozy version. But yeah, I'll let y'all know how it goes. And I know this video got emotional, but hopefully in a month from now, I am crying for a different reason.
Okay, so hello, this is me right after sitting with Kambo. Full disclosure, this video may have some substantial similarities to my DMT check-in videos. That is because I sat with Kambo in DMT within a week of each other, so same week, but diving into it. So, having just sat with Kambo, I feel pretty solid, pretty sturdy, pretty, as they say, cleared out. I feel just a lot lighter, and that happens a lot of the times after I have a good purge, but this was a very special purge. I definitely could feel the things not serving me leaving my body within this purge, especially in regards to energy I was holding on from my relationship that I really didn't need to be holding on so tight to anymore. I was able to let it out, which was nice. I have been able to sleep a lot better through the night before sitting with Kambo, and I also sat with Sananga for the first time, and Rape, of course. We all know and love Grandfather on this channel. You might have seen my Rape videos. But yes, before sitting with these medicines, I would wake up a lot of the times in the middle of the night and not really be able to fall back asleep, and it sucked. Sometimes I would wake up and just be awake in my bed for hours. It felt like a hostage situation, honestly. But now, after sitting with Kambo, I've been able to sleep through the night, and if I do wake up a little bit in the middle of the night, I'm able to like fall back out asleep really a lot easier. So that's been lovely. But I ultimately feel like I'm not holding on to the harm fixation and the cycle of harm. And I think Kambo and DMT both worked hand in hand on that. With Kambo, it spiritually and energetically like cleansed my soul, as cliche as that sounds. Cleansed my being, these fixations and what I was ailed with. I think with DMT, it cleansed my mind and my logic centers, because I knew what I was feeling and what I was fixating about wasn't very logical. It didn't make sense to be obsessive over how I had been done dirty. But DMT like really cleared out my mind and my heart. Kambo cleared out my soul through my stomach. I will show a picture of the gates. Wow. Yeah, those are all individual incense stick burns that were used to activate this medicine. Kind of looking down at my legs and feeling them and being called back to the experience that I just had with Kambo has been a really beautiful kind of daily occurrence. But yeah, so first I sat with Rape, then I sat with Sananga, then I sat with Kambo, and in the same week I sat with DMT. But even after just sitting in the Kambo ceremony, I felt immediately like better, like, oh, this is what I needed. And I hope I'm not saying anything to suggest that it wasn't a very intense experience, especially having Rape administered to me for the first time, because previously I administered it to myself via Crepe. But yeah, it's what I needed. And sometimes what you need is a strong medicine to get you through a strong ailment, ordeal, situation, breakup, I don't know. But I definitely felt like Kambo took my hand and I could feel it working. Oh my gosh. So at first, because I applied it to my leg, it doesn't immediately cause the immediate purge. So I will probably do another video about like my first time sitting with Kambo and go more into depth about this. But it worked its way up my leg, like through my whole system before it reached my mouth, essentially, before it reached the exit. And I got more gates than I knew would even be possible that day. But I'm glad I didn't know that there was a chance that I would be getting 14 gates, because I would have been like, no way. I thought I was gonna get like 3 to 6 gates. That's something I had read online, like a starter is 3 to 6 gates. No, it was 14 for me. And I needed a lot of medicine to purge. But I'm glad that I got my Goldilocks dose. I'm glad, the medicine is different for everyone. So it just happened to be that for my first time, I needed more of it. Also, my practitioner told me that folks who get it on their legs, it needs to travel a bit more than folks who get it like on the back of their neck or on their arms, where a purge is quicker. So just, if you're looking at doing Kambo, keep that in mind. But yeah, I feel a lot happier, a lot lighter. And that's like, mostly energetically lighter, spiritually lighter. Like the only kind of goal for myself that I haven't gotten around to is exercising more. But I'm crying less. I haven't really been crying at all about what I was crying about before. So hey, we did it. I'm really happy about that. And this is just like the start of the work for me. This is by no means the end of this. Like, I will be working with this situation, working with this pain and like aforementioned harm probably for the rest of my life. But I was also really afraid. I was also very nervous about sitting with the Sananga because I had heard a lot of firsthand accounts that the Sananga burns like hot chili peppers and, you know, feels like getting maced, basically. And I heard a lot of men say that though, and that's something I noted to myself, like, well, men, I'm sorry, but y'all aren't known for your pain tolerance. Cue the men experiencing period cramps here.
Nessie, your fingers are turning purple.
Oh, I gotta get used to it.
Yeah, but it was not as painful as I had heard it described. It stung, but I loved the sting. It felt like it was helping me. It felt like the sting was supposed to be there, and the sting was a part of the medicine's purpose, and the medicine just doing its thing. So I was like, all right, do your thing, sting, sting, sting. I was with it more than I expected to be. And I think probably the most challenging part of the entire ceremony of sitting with Rape, Sananga, and then Kambo was drinking so much water. I didn't think that was going to be as much of a problem as it was for me, but I didn't drink that entire morning, so I had enough space for it. But drinking like 1.5 liters of water, I don't think I'd ever drank that much water in one sitting in my entire life. That was physically challenging and mentally challenging too, because I'm like, where is this all going? Where am I putting this away? Like, I don't know if I have room for this, but it all turned out well. And I'm so grateful for my ceremony practitioner who guided me through all of this. I will link them below. They are the Ancestor Project. We did our Rape series together. And if you are interested in booking a Kambo session and you can make it to Baltimore, you can book them. And if you're interested in a virtual Rape session, quick plug, please keep watching. You can also book them too. This is one of the experiences on this channel that is accessible and that you can legally try for yourself. Kambo is completely legal right now. It is not psychoactive. But yeah, after I finally purged, I lied down for it felt like an hour. I tried to go to sleep and take a nap, but I really couldn't. I was actually, now that I think about it, I was actually tremoring throughout my body. I was shaking quite a bit, tremoring, and it took a second for the tremors to be able to slow down and cease, but they stopped in 15-20 minutes. My nervous system definitely felt very activated from the experience, but I felt safe in it. I've definitely had tremors before that did not feel safe, and these felt like super safe tremors. So yeah, this is me right after sitting with Kambo and Sananga for the first time, and also Rape, and I will be back to let y'all know what Kambo looks like months down the line.
Let's adjust this. Okay, is that straight? All right, I think we got that figured out. Hey everyone, this is me 2 months after sitting with Kambo, Sananga, and Rape. It is the very end of March. Time has flown by in a pretty unbelievable way, but I wanted to hop on here and speak a little bit about the changes that have had a lasting impact in my life from sitting with this medicine, and just give my 2-month testimony. One of the first points is my gaits are almost, I don't know if you would call it healed. Yeah, after the process of scabbing over, the scabs have fallen off. They're just, part of my skin at this point. I probably already said this, but I love just looking at my gaits and being brought back to the experience of sitting with Kambo. I definitely feel called to sit with Kambo again. While I was just, gonna be open and trying it out, I didn't know if I'd wanna continue it or make a practice out of it. I definitely feel now that I would like this to be a practice for myself, with enough time in between, of course. Some of the most significant, longest lasting effects of the ceremony have definitely been
actually from ceremony prep from my dieta. So in addition to the benefits of Kambo that I've gotten, and that's everything from, you know, being able to purge the energy of the stuff I was going through at the end of last year, to sleeping through the night and when I wake up not being up for hours, which was absolutely the worst, to, yeah, let's talk about the prep. So I was on dieta for this Kambo ceremony, and I have been able to stick with a lot of the eating restrictions of the dieta. So that was, you know, no gluten. I haven't been really doing the gluten thing. No meats. Since my ceremony, I have begun to eat less meat, and now I'm eating no meat at all. I'm mostly on the vegan to pescatarian spectrum right now, whereas before ceremony, I was definitely a blood mouth. And I just realized I felt so much better not eating meat. So I just kept not eating meat, and I'm eating less and less meat. I've actually only eaten fish when there hasn't really been another option. So that feels great. I've been doing a lot of tofu scrambles, and I just feel so much better in my body. Oh my goodness, my energy feels so much cleaner. I don't feel so heavy. I don't feel so greasy. It feels great. Not to say that that's for everyone, but just for me. It's been a really awesome change. I haven't been even eating eggs. And then no alcohol. I was already doing the no alcohol thing. Staying on that train, loving my life without alcohol. Sugar. Let's talk about the places that in my life that I am still doing the work within. So sugar, definitely. I was supposed to not have any sugar before Kambo. That's a struggle. That's still a struggle for me. I'm cutting back on my sugar, but it's a challenge. And then, oh yeah, part of my dieta. And dieta, we talk about this a bit in our Rape series, but dieta is the diet that you go on. That's eating diet, behavior diet, all that different kind of stuff to prepare for ceremony. So yes, my dieta included, you know, low to no sugar, still working on that. My dieta also included low to no social media. I have 100% been able to, you know, reduce my social media use, especially scrolling on Instagram, which I now, 2 months after sitting with Kambo, I barely scroll on Instagram at all. And I used to be
1 hour later.
I used to be scrolly McFrolly, okay? I used to be out here scrolling.
You have done that bitch for too many times too long.
But I realized it doesn't really make me feel great to scroll on Instagram, to look at what's going on Instagram. So I be posting to Instagram, but I don't be scrolling to Instagram. And then a big thing for me before sitting with Kambo and Sananga for the first time was definitely scrolling endlessly on TikTok before I go to bed. And fortunately, I've been able to also reduce my TikTok scrolling. I am pretty much restricting of my TikTok scrolling before bed. I try to listen to like a podcast or meditation or do something like no TikTok, because it's like the curse of millennials, right? We'll just be like, oh, 30 minutes. Just give me 30 minutes before I go to bed. And then, you know, it's like an hour and 15 minutes later, it's like, what am I doing? So I don't really experience that anymore. TikTok is definitely where my scroll lies, and I have some shadow work to do there. Yes. But then one more area that I definitely need to work on a bit still is going to be exercise. And I'm pretty solid at doing stretching, pretty solid at keeping up somewhat of a yoga practice. It's not as frequent as I'd like it to be, and it doesn't involve like the strength training and cardio that I would ideally like. So that has been a part of my work. But you know, for the most part, I feel good now. I feel happy. I feel happy enough to be able to start focusing on these places in my life where I need to make the changes. I felt like I purged what needed to be purged during my Kambo ceremony. I felt like I was given a new vision within sitting with the Sananga. And now I am applying that vision to the rest of my life
to the rest of my livelihood, and I am doing my best to continue taking the lessons of the medicine and the lessons of, you know, just that freed up, cleaner energy. And I have a baseline now that I'm like, she about to maintain it. She's got to maintain this baseline. So it's helped with my sleep, my eating, and yeah, like I talked about before, my thought processes. I hope y'all dug this video. I'm doing a lot better now than I was the first time I filmed. And if you've enjoyed this video and you've gotten something out of it, you can, again, hit up the Ancestor Project for your own Kambo ceremony if you live on the East Coast. And please subscribe to this channel for more plant medicine videos. I give thanks to my practitioners. I give thanks to the medicine, Kambo, Sananga, Grandfather Rapé. Love to all of y'all. I am just honored and humbled to be able to sit with this medicine and be able to heal in this way in my lifetime. I also have soft launched my Patreon, so if you're interested in supporting my channel, please check that out, link in the bio. And we have merch, so if you'd like to support in another way, you can get some of your own keep it trippy things just like this. That's all for today. I hope y'all have a good one. Don't forget to keep it trippy.